Hi Papercrafters! Welcome to another Design with Jo video. I'm Joanne Rogers, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Central Alberta, Canada, and I've been designing with you in mind since 1999. Today I want to share a really cute and fun project with you. It's a little tiny clutch purse that's embossed and has a flower snap closure, and it holds a little Merci chocolate. This is everything we're going to need to make our cute little clutch purse. We're going to need the detailed trio punch, and we're going to use the corner rounder. We're going to use the small bloom punch, the ornate floral embossing folder, and it's a 3D embossing folder. We're going to use from the Tasteful Labels dies, this die here, which is the banner, and it's stitched on both the inside and outside. We're going to use the Mini Mate stamp set, and I love this stamp set because it has so many different sayings, and they're small sayings so that they can fit on lots of little tiny things. So we're going to be using the Because You Make Me Smile. We're also going to use the Memento stamp pad, our Stampin' Seal Plus. So this is a little bit stronger adhesive, and we need that to adhere our Merci chocolate. So you need one Merci chocolate. You also need some glue dots, your Take Your Pick tool, and then you need some paper. So just some leftover pieces of scrap paper. This is Whisper White, leftover basic black, and you need one piece of cardstock, and this is Magenta Madness, and your measurement is 3 1/4 on one side, so that's 3 1/4 by 3 3/8. So a very slight difference in the measurement. And then the last thing you need is we need to pull in our Stampin' Trimmer. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to run our piece of cardstock through the ornate floral embossing folder, and you're just going to put it in. It doesn't need to be straight because this is an all over pattern, and so we're just going to run that through our die cut and embossing machine. And now we're going to corner round the edges. So I want to just insert my cardstock into the little square part here until it butts up against, and then I'm just going to punch down. And because you've made this cardstock a little bit softer, you might have to press just a little bit harder. Most of the time I use my punches upside down. This punch here is one that I use so it's flat against the table. Okay, so we have 4 corner rounded edges. And now we're just going to take our piece of cardstock and we're going to score it. So you move your cutting blade out of the way, and we want our scoring blade. And you want it so that the longer piece is up at the top. So the 3 3/8 piece is at the top. So what I do is I just line it up with the channel here, and I see if I have the right one, because it's very difficult to tell because it's such a small difference. So this is 3 3/8, otherwise I'd be over here at 3 1/4. So here I'll show you. See, there's 3 1/4 there. So we are in the right place. And now what I want to do is I want to score this at 1 1/2. So I'm going to move it back to 1 1/2. So line up, find the 1 1/2 here, line it up and score it. And then I want to line it up at 1 7/8. So I'm going to move it over to just before the 2 there, and I'm going to score it again. And now you're just going to fold along those score lines. Okay, and you can crisp them up if you want with your bone folder, but I found I really didn't need to. So now we're going to pull in our Stampin' Seal. So the Stampin' Seal has a removable cover, so I'm just going to take that off, and then you use it and it rolls, the adhesive rolls out. And this is pretty strong adhesive, and we're going to roll it right into that channel. And you don't have to give a little check mark off. It releases really quite easily. And we're going to take our Merci chocolate, and I'm going to line it up so that the edge is up with the rightmost score line. So here we go, line that up. And then I'm just going to glue that to the side of the Merci chocolate. To close it, I'm going to take one of our mini glue dots and just lift that off with my Take Your Pick tool. Put that down right in the middle, and then just stick it closed. Okay, and you press fairly firmly. And I found that the glue dots are really great for holding that in place. Now I'm going to take my scrap piece of paper and my Memento stamp pad and my Because You Make Me Smile, and I'm just going to stamp that down. And I'm going to center my Actually, I'm not going to center it. I'm going to move it a little bit so that there's more space on the left side of the words than the right. Now, you might need to take a piece of washi tape and just hold that in place, but you're going to run that through your cut and emboss machine. And I'm just going to take that now and put it right onto a glue dot, lift up my glue dot, and place it sort of in the middle of the purse. Close up my stamp pad here. And the last thing we're going to do is we are going to take the small bloom punch and punch one out of basic black. And then I have a little foam piece here. From years ago I've had it. And I have a circular piece. You could go for a larger circular piece too. And I'm just going to, it's hard to see there, but I've put my little flower on top and I'm going to press right into the middle. And when I do that, you're actually going to create a little bit of a 3D effect because the petals are going to push up. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to place it right over top of a glue dot. Lift it off. Put it on top here. And there's one other item that I forgot that we're going to need, and that's our in color enamel dots. So these match the color of the Magenta Madness. So I'm going to pick up one of our Magenta Madness dots, place that right in the middle, fluff up my flower just a little bit, and then you have a perfect little clutch purse. I also want to show you that I made these purses in each of the new 2022 in colors. And so we have Magenta Madness, we have Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Just Jade, and Misty Moonlight. I hope this idea gave you a little inspiration and you're going to make up a bunch of these little mini chocolate purses. If it did, please like it below and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And if you live in Canada and you don't yet have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love to be your gal. You can find me at www.designwithjo.ca. If you're not yet on my mailing list, why not pop on over to www.designwithjo.ca and get yourself signed up. I post weekly tips and tricks, all kinds of designs and ideas, and all the latest news in the Stampin' Up! World. I'd love to have you join there too. Thanks very much and have a great paper crafting day.